So, okay. Yeah, she outperformed the expectation. She lost, Moynihan. That's two in a row. She came in third, she came in second, and she's talking about this like, onward we go. Thank you so much. It's on.
It's amazing. Both speeches in Iowa and New Hampshire, I had to like double check that she lost because both of them, she made it sound like she won. She was like, this is amazing. And we're going on to my home state of South Carolina, where I'm down 30 points. And if you lose that one, I mean, look, it's over. We have to be honest about this. And there's people in our position that try to make this much more interesting. And, she's saying it shouldn't be a coronation. Well, it isn't a coronation. Republican voters want Donald Trump. I'm not super happy about that. And I think, by the way, her attack, the 11th hour attack, which is the most convincing one, is that electing or nominating Donald Trump might get you, and the fairly high odds of this, I would say, a Kamala Harris presidency. That is the most convincing line that I've heard, by the way.
Yeah, now we're talking.
It made me shake a little bit. I was like, oh, wait, that's actually real. That actually might happen. So, yeah, it's over in that sense. Donald Trump won. She overperformed some of the polling, but so what? Who cares? It's New Hampshire, by the way. 40% of the electorate in New Hampshire are independents. That was the only shot she had was New Hampshire, and she lost. So it's over for her.
It's like, Smug, she overperformed in that the last poll said she was going to lose by 22, and instead she lost by 11. That's a win. It's a win in this weird alternative. No, it's not. It's a loss. It's a double loss, and she's about to get crushed in South Carolina. There's no path.
I think essentially what you have right now is not a candidate as much as like a dream. Like there's always been the theory that, going back to 2016, that if there's one candidate that can go one-on-one with Trump, of course, that's, the thing that Republican voters are crying out for, that, Rubio and Kasich and Ted Cruz, that situation didn't allow there to be a fair heads up 1-to-1. And voters finally have it in front of them. Granted, they got it, like 24 hours before New Hampshire, but they got the one-on-one heads up. I think the theory going forward is she's already lined up a tremendous amount of fundraising events going into this week. A ton of money is going to be raised. Whether that's going to be enough to overcome Trump in South Carolina, I mean, I wouldn't bet on it personally. But you finally have what so many, people in the press, so many of the Never Trump conservatives have said that they wanted a direct choice 1-to-1. It's here, and I would say I'll give the benefit of South Carolina. You can have your case of this is my home state, one-on-one. I believe Republican voters want to have an alternative. I say South Carolina is where you prove it. It's going to be tough to withstand 4 weeks of Trump coming down on you, especially when essentially every single candidate he beats lines up behind him. That's further convincing to his case that, okay, it's time for the party to come together. This is a wrap.
I mean, I'm all for a one-on-one race for the Republican nomination. Trump's definitely got his fair share of baggage and then some that Republicans should be considering in deciding who to nominate. But the other one needs to be someone who Republicans like. And for whatever reason, the way this campaign has come down, they don't like Nikki Haley anymore. She's been sufficiently alienated from that MAGA base. Maybe it was Vivek in the debates. Maybe it was Trump with his bird brain tweets about her, whatever. Maybe she's just too neocon-y for a more isolationist Republican Party. It just hasn't worked. She won second place yesterday in New Hampshire thanks to independents, Moynihan. That's who voted for her. She's doing great with the independents. That's terrific. Sure. The independents are an extra. As the Republican, to get the nomination, you have to win with Republicans. And to win the general, you need all Republicans plus some independents.
Yeah, I mean, that's Trump's weak spot there. I mean, Kayleigh McEnany is on Fox News last night. And of course, Trump responds to her, he only hires the best people, and then denounces them on Twitter or Truth Social after. But she said, look, this is in a way a win for Joe Biden, particularly when it comes to things like independence. I mean, Nikki Haley, they can denounce her and say she's only winning independents. These people are crossing over. They're not actual Republicans. okay, fine. And that's why she is overperforming. But that's what Donald Trump needs. I mean, he is not going to win this election without those independents, and he's not going to tack to the center. He never does. And, you know, you could say that Nikki Haley is not impressing Republicans because she's a neocon and things like that. I don't really buy that, but actually she does buy it in the sense that her last pitch in New Hampshire, she sounded like Christine O'Donnell saying, "I'm not a witch." She's like, "I'm not a warmonger." It's like, no, that's not how you do it. But this is all personality. She's bad at it. I'm sorry to say that on paper, I could like her policies and Ron DeSantis's policies more than Donald Trump. You know, Vivek was annoying. Everyone understood that. Ron DeSantis governed incredibly well in Florida, but had no kind of personality for it when it came to the actual race. And Nikki is just incredibly unconvincing. That speech last night, it was just kind of cringe half the time. And you get to Donald Trump, who's saying the most insane things during his speech. But I am like, you know, entertained. And it's unfortunate that American politics is, maybe always has been, a battle of the best entertainers. But that is where we are. And that's why he won. It doesn't matter what her policies are. It doesn't matter. Donald Trump, if he was president, who knows what he would do with the Houthis? Who knows what he would do with Ukraine? These people who suggest that, he's the anti-neocon candidate. I don't know. They loved him in Israel. He sent 75 Tomahawk missiles into Syria. It's unclear what Donald Trump's ideology is, but we know what his personality is. And that is somebody who can run a very, very good race. And, you know, if there's a debate between him and Joe Biden, I think we all know how that's going to go.
It would be the most watched event in television history.
Correct.
It would have Super Bowl plus type numbers just to see that. I mean, just to see Joe Biden can't do it and everyone knows. And Trump is so unhinged sometimes in the way he deals. Look how he did, 4 or 5 years ago when they debated and Trump didn't let him answer a single question. Can you imagine him now when he knows Biden actually can't answer the questions? The most devastating thing he could do is to be quiet. Here's a great New Year's resolution. It's not too late that you can actually keep, even if you only have 3 minutes in the morning. Introducing Gen 90, the new instant wrinkle treatment from Genucel. Genucel says that Gen 90 can reduce the appearance of wrinkles anywhere you use it. Eyes, forehead, crow's feet, laugh lines. And it can start working in seconds. Genucel says Gen 90 is 2 generations better than any immediate effects product, which is already super popular, and years ahead of the skincare market. Gen 90 technology is luxurious, nourishing, and silky smooth. And best of all, it starts working instantly. There's a reason why Genucel has so much more customer loyalty compared to other skincare brands. Gen 90 is on sale right now at Genucel.com, and it's included in their bestseller package. Don't go overseas to get harsh procedures for thousands of bucks. Try Gen 90. The results are guaranteed, or your money back. What do you have to lose? Make your fine lines and wrinkles disappear. And for the first time ever, order Gen 90 with every most popular package for over 70% off. Genucel.com/MK60. Genucel.com/MK60. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you like what you just saw, hit the subscribe button for more clips and full episodes.